friends, welcome back to the second installment of the Crochet an Afghan with Me series. And today we are going to be working on putting the petals on the centers of our flowers. I hope that you guys got your homework done and are ready to move on to this stage of the project. The first thing you're going to need is obviously the yarn that you have decided to use for your petals. And as always, we put it on our hook using a slip knot. And then you take your center and you're going to be working in the back loop only. So this is our stitch. This is the front loop and this is the back loop. And we're going to be working in the back loop only. So instead of putting your hook through both loops, you're just going to put it through the back loop. You can start on any one of these stitches. It doesn't matter where you start. So the first thing you're going to do is join your petal color to the center color through the back loop only with a slip stitch. There we go. So we are attached. And we're going to be working this round, this entire round, in the back loop only. So then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to chain 2. And then you're going to do a half double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. And remember, we're working in the back loop only. So let me remind you what a half double crochet is. Yarn over, put your hook through, yarn over, pull up a loop. You have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. That is a half double crochet. And you're going to do that in 3 stitches. So that was number 1, number 2, and number 3. Now you're going to chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so you've got this really long thing. And then you're going to slip stitch in the last half double crochet that you made. So basically right back here in the top of this half double crochet. You're just going to slip stitch and you're creating a loop which will then become the petal. Okay, so there's the beginning of the first petal. Then you're just going to go on to the next stitch and do a half double crochet in the next 3 stitches. So there's 1, 2, 3. Actually, you're going to do 4 stitches because this, at the beginning when you did the chain 2, that was creating your first half double crochet. So you're going to do, to start off, you're going to do chain 2, 3 half double crochets, 10 chains connected with a slip stitch, and then 4 half double crochets. So that's a correction, not 3, you're going to do 4 this time. There. And then you're going to chain 10 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then slip stitch in the top of this last half double crochet that you did. So now you've got the second petal. You're going to continue that 4 half double crochets 10 chain all the way around until you have 8 petals. So let me show you this one more time because we had that little bit of confusion at the beginning. We want to do 4 half double crochets, and remember you are working in the back loop only. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, chain 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Slip stitch in the top of this last half double crochet to form a loop. Okay, so there we have 3. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this around. You go ahead, pause your video, and do the same. Finish it around, and when you get back and you have 8 loops, then I'll show you what to do next. So now I have the 8 loops that will become the 8 petals, and as always when you end a row, you're going to slip stitch, and this time it's going to be in that very first 2 chains that you did. So just go ahead and slip stitch into that. And that is the end of round 3. So now we're going to go to round 4, and you're going to slip stitch again into the next stitch, not into that stitch, but the next stitch. Slip stitch again, chain 1, and then single crochet in the same stitch. So the same stitch that you just slip stitched into, now you're going to single crochet. And then you're going to skip the next 2 stitches, so 1, 2, and then you come to the big loop. So in this loop, you're going to do 7 double crochets right into the loop. So 1, now these are double crochets, not half double crochets. So 7 double crochets, then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then do 7 more double crochets. There you have 7 double crochets, chain 3, 7 double crochets. So now you can kind of see the formation of the petal is beginning. So then you're back to the 4 half double crochets from the round before. You're going to skip this first stitch. You're going to single crochet in the second stitch. And then skip these 2 stitches and then do the same thing. 7 double crochets, chain 3, 7 double crochets. Okay, so there's the 7 double crochets, the 3 chain stitches, 7 more double crochets, and then you do the same thing again. You skip this first stitch, single crochet in the second stitch, skip these last 2 stitches, and then you do the same thing, 7 double crochets, 3 chains, 7 double crochets. Do this all the way around. So pause your video, go ahead and do that, and then come back for the next step. Okay, so here are the 8 completed petals. And so what you need to do now is slip stitch in the first single crochet. So this very first single crochet that you did at the beginning. Sometimes it's a little difficult and challenging to find it, but it's about right there. No, it's right there, right there. Slip stitch into there, and then we fasten off. So get your scissors, snip the yarn over, pull through, tighten it down, and do a small knot close to your work. Okay, so then what you might want to do is go along and kind of just even out the stitches on each petal to make sure each petal is shaped correctly, because the stitches do tend to bunch up as you're working, and I just find it easier to just keep your block shaped correctly as you're going, rather than trying to, you know, straighten all these stitches out and shape the petals when you're done. It's easier to just shape it as you go. And the chain 3 is like the tip of the blossom, or the petal, I mean. Okay, so that is the tutorial for today. Your homework is to go ahead and do all the petals for every flower that you're planning to do for your finished project. And like I said, you can do the daisies, you can do the sunflowers, you can do Gerbera daisies all in the same color scheme, or you can do a flower garden effect with each block being a different color. And also, as a reminder, if you are doing the full-sized Afghan, you will be needing 24 blocks, which you should already have 24 centers done. So just do the petals for all of your centers and be ready to move on to the next step next week. Thanks so much for joining me, friends. I hope you are enjoying this tutorial, and I hope that you are having fun sitting and relaxing in the evenings or whenever you choose to crochet and working on this project with me. We'll see you next week, friends. Bye-bye.